Hey guys, Marstenkin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we got a nice little news update on Global with some interesting stuff that's going to be coming up very soon. Some of this stuff will obviously be coming out on JP as well, but it looks like we are finally going to be getting a bunch of the content that comes out or came out on JP alongside the release of the AGL LR JIREN. So JIREN could be dropping on Global within this week. We thought there was going to be no extra banner for, like, you know, a part 2 heroes or something like that because of the sales ending on the 27th, and then like the Kai banner ends on the 29th, which heavily implies that the next Dokkan Fest unit is coming out on the 27th to the 29th. I think it'll be the 29th. However, we will talk about how they can still kind of get around that because they've done this before on Global. So this is in the news in-game, information on upcoming content. So we've got the new area for the quest mode. Obviously this is the thing that we talked about yesterday, where they had this tweet, right, with the new quest mode update, which will bring the awakening for this free-to-play Frieza, who's going to awaken into some kind of Frieza and Cooler. With the way the links and the categories and everything work, this will probably be an exchange card, so we'll change from being Frieza into Final Form Cooler, which is pretty cool. So that's coming out at some point this week. All this stuff being in the news today means that this stuff should all be dropping on Thursday morning UK time, or late Wednesday evening if you're in certain parts of the US. So the new quest stage is coming out. Like I said, the stuff with the free-to-play characters, we mentioned this in the video yesterday, they're not farmable. So what this means is the new stages will get added, and then new rewards will be added into the barber shop for the exchange for the gems. Usually every time they do this now, they add more Kais and Hercule statues for the blue gems, and then you'll be able to purchase the medals to awaken the Frieza with the green gems. Then we have a new stage for Extreme Super Battle Road, which is Giant 8 power. So you know we're going to try and do this with the full Super Saiyan 4 team using all the heroes units, and see if we can get this done for the no items for Extreme Super Battle Road using the monkey power. Then we have the content here. This is what sort of leans towards the JIREN release, right? So we've got a new stage of Infinite Dragon Ball History versus Warriors of Universe 11. We're getting the extra 3 stages of the God of Destruction event. So this is like the almost like a mini boss rush, I guess, because it's 3 stages where you fight multiple of the gods in each of the stages. And obviously, just like the movie boss rush, the difficulty of them has been pushed up a little bit, because otherwise, you know, even if you were fighting 3 of them in a row, it'd still be super easy. So these 3 stages are coming out. I don't know why they sandwiched this one in the middle, because this is obviously a separate thing that we already knew about, but the burst mode for the God Trunks, which is technically part of the Hero Celebration. But then underneath that, the other Universe Survival Saga related thing is the Warriors of Universe 6 story mode being updated, and awakenings for the free-to-play characters. So you've got the physical hit, the Tech Universe 6 Namekians, and the STR Champa. So then as usual, it says, right, these events that are being updated won't be available as the updates being applied, starting from Wednesday my time. So that normally means the preparation period is just the day before the content comes out. So if the preparation period is Wednesday, then this stuff is all dropping on Thursday. We already knew that the burst mode was dropping Thursday because that's in the news already. So it's pretty much confirmed all this stuff is going to be on Thursday. Now this is the content that was coming out with JIREN. So JIREN should hopefully be coming out soon on Global. So if we take a look at the wiki, we've got the awakening for the physical hit. This guy's actually quite good for a free-to-play unit. He raises defense on super, has a chance to stun. Then he's got his start of turn stats, creates rainbow orbs out of int. Gets an additional attack that has a 66% chance to become a super if you get a rainbow orb. He has a high chance to dodge. Then he gets extra attack and dodge chance if he's at full key. He gets an additional attack and defense 66% with each attack performed within the same turn. And then he has a chance to dodge plus 6% with each super attack performed in the same turn. And then he has the transformed Tech UI Goku ability, where he counters if he dodges. So after he's gotten a bunch of attacks off, he raises his defense a decent amount and then has more dodge chance. And then every time he dodges, he's doing counter damage, which is very cool. Like, for a free-to-play unit, especially to get that mechanic, only Tech UI Goku has that mechanic still since his release as a summonable unit. But this guy has it as well, which is obviously very, very good. And then we have the Tech Namekians. I mean, I'm not really sure about these guys. Like, a Universe 6 team or Namekians team is where they ideally want you to run them. They get additional stats on attack. Additional attack with a great chance to become a super if there's a Universe 6 ally in the turn. Recovers HP at the end of the turn if there's a Namekians ally. Guards all attacks when all allies in the same turn are Universe 6 or Namekians. But it's all allies. So, because I was thinking maybe, you know, with the release of Slug, like, could be interesting. But yeah, these guys, not really sure how useful these guys would be, even on like a Universe 6 team. And then, of course, we have the STR Champa Awakening, who is just complete full RNG, right? He greatly raises attack on super. He has a great chance to get 300% attack, then a high chance of another 400%, medium chance of 500%, and a rare chance of 600%. He gets 50% defense per key sphere obtained, and then gets 200% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres, which means that his ceiling is like really, really high. Because if you got the ultimate god RNG, he's getting like 1,800% attack, and then gets 200% attack when he attacks. So like, he would be hitting like pretty hard, but obviously you're very unlikely to get these last ones. Like, rare chance is 10%, and then even like this last one is only 30%. So very random RNG unit, and not exactly super crazy defensively. So not really anything too exciting, I would say, out of these guys, apart from Hit being a fun option. And then, of course, JIREN, if he does indeed drop, the LR JIREN. I'll do a video going over him in more detail, because if we are getting his banner, we'll obviously do a summon or skip or a video. But this guy, very much like the JIREN units that we have already, just a big hard-hitting unit, big stats, 8 key, 350% to stats, has an action break when he attacks on the first turn, has damage reduction, gets some stats when attacking, great chance to crit, and extra damage reduction if he's in slot 2 or 3. So ideally he's a slot 2 or 3 unit. Then he has a standby that you can use from the 3rd turn. Standbys for 5 turns, charges by picking up key spheres. When he's in the standby mode, he is basically like an invincible tank. He can't attack. He gets damage reduction per key sphere obtained and already has 50%. So as soon as you've picked up 5 orbs, like, he literally can't take damage. And he creates orbs himself. So he can't take damage. And then if he's in slot 2 or 3, he also gives all allies 70% attack for 2 turns, which is pretty good. And then once you're done picking up the orbs and you come out of the standby, he transforms into full power. And then, yeah, he's just even more big stats, big damage reduction, scouter for the first turn as well. And then, yeah, big stats on super, great chance to crit, more crit chance of each super attack performed, so he'll build up to guaranteed critting. And then, yeah, attacks guaranteed to hit and performs a crit guaranteed when key is 24 as well anyway. And then he gets extra attack with each super attack received, which is an interesting mechanic. But, I mean, if you can get him transformed and out straight away and then hit by a bunch of super attacks, then he becomes even more powerful. And then, obviously, this is what his banner looked like on JP. Not exactly great. I mean, like, Tech JIREN and Int Topo, like, in terms of making the most optimal Universe 11 team, even in the meta at the moment, you're probably still using, like, both of them. But then, yeah, these guys being on there. Now, there is the possibility that Global would get Gogeta and the Gammas, because they have returned on JP already, but have not returned on Global. But I think, as we know, there's going to be a Carnival banner in December. It's very possible that they're both just going to be on that banner for both versions of the game. We'll have to wait and see. Now, when it comes to a new banner dropping on Global, as I said at the beginning, we were fairly sure we weren't going to get a new banner anytime soon because of the sales in the game ending on the 27th. But remember, if you think back to when they dropped Tech UI Goku early for Global and he dropped at the end of the anniversary, they just put stone packs in the special tab in the shop. So, like, on the main page, the normal sales were still there. But then in the special tab where you normally find things like the tickets on Global, they added sale like packs of stones into there when they released Tech UI Goku. So they could very easily just drop JIREN for Global, put some stone packs in that special tab, while the normal sales for the Hero Celebration still run on until the 27th. And then obviously you would be able to pick up those stone packs from there if you wanted to summon for JIREN on Global. So we'll talk more about him and his banner in a Summon or Skip video the night before the banner, as I always do, if we are indeed getting his release. But yeah, all of this other stuff essentially does point to the release of JIREN for Global, because this stuff came out with him. The only thing they don't mention is the extra stages for the Universe Survival Saga Blue Zone, right? Because we still don't have the Goku and Frieza fight. Maybe that's going to come out as well, but just not straight away. Like JIREN and all this stuff could drop, and then those stages come out in like a week's time or something. But we'll have to wait and see. But all of this stuff should be out on Thursday, which means we should probably get a data download tomorrow. If not, it'll just be very early on Thursday. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What are you looking forward to the most out of all this stuff? I'm definitely really looking forward to seeing what the Freezer and Cooler card is going to do. And then, yeah, going through the Extreme Super Battle Road with the Super Saiyan 4 team will be fun. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're looking forward to the most out of all of this stuff. And like I say, it should be out on Thursday morning. For me, late Wednesday evening for the US. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.